What's up, fellas? I don't know if anybody watching this video or whoever stumbles across it knows 8 Thoughts. A lot of people do. He has a fairly popular channel. It's taken down at the moment, but I think he was like maybe 200,000, and that was on his previous one. I know that a lot of his Twitters have like been taken down and then reinstated, and he's had to start from scratch a lot. So I assume he's had more than one YouTube channel, but you know, I've seen a couple videos of the dude. And dude, sometimes I see these content creators that are like really popular and I ask, why? Like, he's not good at anything. He's not funny. He's not particularly... This is all opinionated, obviously. He's not funny. He's not particularly entertaining. It's not like he's good at video games. The only thing he's good at is bitching, honestly. Like, that's literally all his videos do is bitch. Mostly about Call of Duty. From what I know, I don't watch the dude on a regular basis. I've seen a couple of his videos, and I watch like Thunder and whatnot. But apparently, this dude is a real fucking rat. Like an actual rat. Like a real life sociopath weirdo that gets his rocks off by just doxing people and just being extremely weird and playing like some like dickhead detective thing that he's got going on, and just, you know, trying to make people's life a living hell, which obviously is not cool. And you know what's cool about that is there's still going to be people who defend this motherfucker, like regardless of what he does, even though he's pretty controversial and polarizing. You know, he's not a good guy. There's no argument that you're going to make me think he's a good guy. And I'm about to explain why. So I don't know if you guys watch Drifter, but he's kind of, like I said, with like Thunder. He's kind of in that realm of, he's mostly known for making like super analytical videos about Call of Duty, whether it be like guns or like matchmaking algorithms, skill-based matchmaking, anything about that. He's the stat guy. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that. I watch him sometimes, actually. I know that I'm subbed to him. I haven't watched him as of recent, but he did upload a video today. This is going to go up tomorrow. It's like 11:36 on the 9th of April. So this is going to go up on Saturday, where he basically lays out in details just how 8 Thoughts and a bunch of fuckers in his Discord, namely Blue, I guess it's one of his Discord admins, just like doxed and harassed him and then found like a bunch of private information. I don't know why you would want to do this on another grown-ass man. Like, do with that information what you will. You guys know like what it makes when a guy is extremely obsessed with another fucking guy. Put 2 and 2 together. So I'm basically just going to go through this article. If you want to go watch Drifter's video, I would advise you to do that because it's actually really interesting. He puts a lot of clips in there that really expose this guy for what he really is, which is not only a piece of shit, but a weirdo, like a real weirdo. So in this article, basically, it also like shows like how him and Nick Merckx had some beef because I guess 8 Thoughts was like riffing his thumbnails, which no lie. I don't know if I've done it in my videos, but I literally riff Nick Merckx thumbnails in my head. Like every time I like go to watching Warzone content, I'm like, man, everyone's got the same fucking thumbnails, man. It's the same exact template. Anyways, that's for another thing. And apparently Nick Merckx didn't like that. But it's like, okay, he doesn't like that. That's cool. That would make sense. You don't want someone ripping on you over something as stupid as thumbnails. But then apparently 8 Thoughts had like a bunch of his viewers or whatnot come over to Nick Merckx and like harass his chat or his stream or maybe even his YouTube comment section. So Nick Merckx went to YouTube about that and got him banned. That's basically the fucking Cliff Notes summary of what's going on up here. But if we scroll down to the more interesting shit, Drifter's history with 8 Thoughts. I'm going to just skim through this. I haven't read it all. But like I said, I have watched his entire like 25-minute video or wherever the fuck it was explaining everything that's been going on through like the past year with all this bullshit that he can finally talk about. So here we go. Although A Thoughts was not charged with any crime, Drifter alleges that he was involved with Blue in efforts to swat him, and that Blue even showed up at his house armed and wearing a ski mask. Drifter explains that Blue was a Discord admin for 8 Thoughts. Blue himself has told me he did it for money. He told me he is not a troll for hire, or he is a troll for hire, and he personally doesn't hate me, but rather 8 Thoughts was building a troll team and planning to do all kinds of this stuff. And basically what this video is going to show, I assume, is Blue outside of Drifter's house in a ski mask with a gun in his glove compartment. And I don't know, he's being a weirdo. Like, he's just like patrolling around his house. And obviously if you see some fucker in his car with a ski mask patrolling around your house, you're going to call the authorities, which is presumably what Drifter did, because the police came and they detained Blue. And that's basically what happened. That's what's going to lead into this tweet right on the screen. So 8 Thoughts then says, more BS. Blue never made it out of his car into Drifter's house. Blue was apprehended by the police before even getting there. He never had a ski mask. Guns in cars in Texas is like having an air freshener. This was over a year ago. Stupid, yes, not illegal. I told Blue don't. He says, I told Blue don't. But if you go look at the video, please don't take me to this fucking Twitter. He literally is streaming, or Blue is streaming it, and he's got like fucking 8 Thoughts like dual streamed on it, I guess, included in the stream, and he's getting a fucking kick out of it. Like, how is that funny? On what planet is that funny? And you even have Blue showing Drifter's house. It's like, dude, that's just not funny. That's weird. Like, imagine if my buddy just called me. He's like, look, I'm outside of fucking John's house. I'm like, cool. Do you mind not being outside of his house, you fucking weirdo? Like, what the hell? Two grown-ass men doing this as well. Drifter says that he has reached out to both Twitch and YouTube's moderation team in the past with complaints about 8 Thoughts, but that neither platform took action at the time. So basically he goes in detail in his video about how a lot of these platforms just don't want to get involved because they don't want to cite any more violence, which doesn't make sense. And he makes a good comparison that if someone came out and said a certain transgender wasn't the gender they proclaimed, they would get shut down immediately, which is true. Drifter published a Twitter thread with clips of 8 Thoughts as well as an apparent recorded conversation with Blue in order to prove his claims. So if you guys want to go look this, there's like I may even just like put all this in the description and try to find some of the videos and scatter them throughout this video of my own. Let's see what Keemstar has to say. 8 Thoughts Discord mod Blue showed up to Drifter's house with a gun. Like I said, just reading this, I know that that's not necessarily what happened. Like, he didn't show up on his fucking doorstep shooting like a double action revolver at his forehead. Like, I understand that. But on a technicality, I guess he's right. Just said in an interview, 8 Thoughts and him had a deal. 8 Thoughts would stream Blue going to Drifter's house on Twitch, and Blue would keep stream donations. 8 Thoughts channels have been banned on YouTube. He shouldn't be... Dude, he should have been banned on YouTube a long time ago for just not being very funny and being a very, like, a weirdo. He looks like a fucking dilapidated Mr. Clean. Like a Mr. Clean who just, instead of like actually making himself useful in life, like just fucking rode on the back of a garbage truck. He's just not a really, like, sometimes like I look at guys like this, I'm like, dude, how are you popular? There are 200,000 people that enjoy watching you, or enjoyed watching you enough to click sub. Like, honestly, you're a fucking weirdo and a rat.